Hi, this is Jake from Coldwarcollectors, and this video is going to be about the basic Romanian gear from the 70s and 80s, and some from the 60s here. Now, Romania wasn't really known for having the most up-to-date gear, all the way up until 1989, when the fall of Ceausescu occurred. It was, it was all basic wool, basic, belt, gas mask bag. I mean, it's the basic Warsaw Pact gear setup, but there was no fancy camouflage or anything. It looked very reminiscent of kind of a World War II style. There was no real big change. Now, I have a pretty basic kit, but I still, obviously I'm missing a few pieces, but I'll make a video. I'll show this video of what I have so far. Now here's your basic combat belt. It's real thick brown leather. This one was made in 1971, and it bears the, if I can zoom in, if it'll, okay, there, it bears the Romanian Socialist Republic emblem on it. The coat of arms with the swords crossed behind it. Now that's the Romanian Socialist Republic emblem. It also, up until 1965, it was the People's Republic of Romania, and then it changed to Romanian Socialist Republic, and then adopted this coat of arms for everything. And then it has this loop on here, and you would think this would be for officers, but I've seen pictures of regular enlisted men wearing it, and then I think it may have something to do with the bayonet. Now here's your basic wool tunic. Here, it's on zoom. Let me turn the flash on. Your basic, wool tunic here. Pockets on the top and the bottom. It's got subdued buttons, so they go within the flaps in here. It's got little buttons with the emblem on them. You can see it. Little shoulder board things, just this little flaps. Now there'd be collar tabs that go here, red being infantry, black being armored, kind of basic stuff. I have a pair of infantry collar tabs that I ordered with my decontamination kit, but they got coated in chemicals from the decon kit leaking a bit, so can't really use those. Kind of upsets me, but I can always get more some other day. Here's the inside. It's not wool, it's a different, thicker fabric. There's a tag in there. Now, here's the stamps for date-wise and everything. I've been trying to figure out when it was made. I am fairly certain it's 1970s, because I can make out a 19 and a 7, but the number after that I can't see very well, so, and obviously it would have to be post 1965, so I think it's a 70s wool tunic. So really basic. It actually is pretty warm and comfy. I have worn it outside in the cold a bit. Here's your basic trousers. Wool trousers. Essentially the same, basic. You got little straps to tie to your ankles and then put your feet through. Same type of buttons, and they go through, the inside slips, and then there's a little cuff that goes through to tighten it. Something like the German World War II pants and stuff. Inside, Nothing real special. See if I can find where the date is. I believe this is 1988 dated. Put the camera down for a minute. Okay, here it is. Yeah, dated 1988. So this is a fairly later example. Just 1 year before the collapse. Which I like a lot. For my Romanian impression, I would really prefer an 80s, 70s impression. Now here is their overcoat, the big great coat. From what I've seen from pictures, they have a long overcoat, which is what I have, just like the Soviet one. It goes all over your ankles, and then they have a shorter one that kind of ends at your knees. I've heard someone say they've only made the shorter ones, but obviously I've seen photos with differences, and this one's a long one, so there's proof. This one was definitely unissued. This has the original tag still sewn on. It says it's a size medium, I believe. At least that's the size that I ordered it as. Side pockets. Now this one is an earlier example. This one is a 60s version, because there's the old buttons, doesn't have the coat of arms, it's got the star with RPR, Romanian People's Republic, or People's Republic of Romania. So, as far as I know, the coat, nothing changed about the coat from 1965, from before 1965 and then after. It's just the buttons. So that's what I think. I haven't seen a coat from the 80s or 70s yet, but I believe from pictures and stuff it's exactly the same, aside from the buttons being different, obviously. And it's got 2 rows of buttons on each side, so it's a double-breasted button. Then this side flips over, it goes under your collar. Here's the inside. You got your breast pocket for papers and identification, this clip. Where's the date? Ah, here's the date. See, this is 1963. So 2 years before it changed to the Socialist Republic. And that's pretty much it on the coat. It's nothing real special. It's just an overcoat. Now, here's a new Shanka I have. It's a really heavy-duty wool, and then the outside's really soft, kind of this shiny fish fur that depending on how the light shines, it's darker or lighter. And here's the cap badge for it. It's just the Romanian Socialist Republic emblem, or Republica Socialită Romania, I believe. There's the inside of it. Quilted, not super thick inside. It sits a little taller on your head. This one, if you can make out, was made in 1981. I've seen several different examples of Ushankas in photos. And so I don't know if this could be maybe a dress Ushanka since it's nicer, or an officer's one, or if it's just a regular infantry Ushanka. I have seen like 3 different types being worn, so I don't know. Unless someone has any more information on that, I'm just going to assume it's a regular infantry Ushanka. Now moving on to some field gear. I already showed the belt. Here is the bayonet. It's an AKM bayonet. Now I am missing a few pieces on this. It would have the rubber piece that goes over here for when you hold on if you're cutting electrical wire. And also the frog is an East German frog that was put on it for some reason. It should be all brown and connect to the belt and match the belt color and everything. But now this is the gray and blue of these Germans. But this is a Romanian bayonet. This is the AKM bayonet. You know, Bakelite. It's got the sheath, and here's how you can tell it's Romanian. It's a good thing. And the Romanians wouldn't paint over this. They just leave it bare metal on the back when they'd be putting the wire cutter piece on. Now, if I can get this off, I could show you. But this one's really tight. Whatever. You guys, I'm sure, know what an AK bayonet looks like. This is an example of Romanian AK 4-cell pouch. Now, the most common pouch I've seen in pictures is a leather pouch, but there also are some cloth ones. See, this is 4-cell. No stamps that I can find anywhere. This back, it's a little torn up, so this one was used a bit. And then here's a basic Romanian gas mask bag. It's a gas mask bag of the M74 gas mask. Just rubber green vinyl. Just top would come over. This is where you have your name tag. Goes over your shoulder, and this, I believe, would go clip over your belt so it wouldn't move. Let's see if I can get this done with one hand. Inside is your gas mask. It's a copy of the West German M65. Here's your filter. It's a 1980 filter. Here's my instruction booklet. Here's the gas mask itself. I'll show. I won't put the filter on, but here's the mask. So yeah, that's what I have so far, my Romanian impression. But that's essentially the basic kit. There's obviously a lot of other things, and I would like to get a helmet too soon and try to find some boots. But that's just a basic overview of the standard Romanian impression throughout the Cold War. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to Coldwarcollectors if you would like any more videos and information regarding East and West during the Cold War. Thank you.